Did you call him a nigger, the child?
The fuck you talking
Did you
about?
call the child the nigger word?
None of your fucking business.
It is my own business. You call him a nigger? Okay, why don't you have the boss to say it right now again?
Fuck you, nigger.
Okay.
Nigger.
Alright, that's what you say.
You don't go digging through people's shit, you dumb fuck.
Nobody dig into your shit.
A little fucking kid just did, you dumbass.
That little kid, you call him a nigger?
Yeah.
The little child?
What if he acts like one, he's gonna
Are you
do
about to
it.
hit him? You chase him here?
He took my son's stuff.
So that gives you the right to call him a nigger?
Yeah.
The little child?
What if he acts like one, he's gonna do
Are you about
it.
to hit him? You chase him here?
He took my son's stuff.
So that gives you the right to call the child, 5-year-old, a nigger, the N-word.
If that's what he's gonna act
That's
like.
what you're gonna call him.
That's what he's gonna act like.
You know, that's a hate speech. And you can be recorded for that.
I don't give a shit.
Huh.
Fuck off.
Okay, we'll see about that, what the internet has to say about you.
What up, folks? It's Trails. Welcome back. And we got to talk about this Shiloh Hendrix situation where this woman called the 5-year-old black child the N-word that was autistic as well, by the way. We got this article here from Post Bulletin. Crowdfunding campaign for woman allegedly involved in viral TikTok garners over $250,000. It's at 300,000 now, and she's up the limit to 1 million because why not? Be racist, be rewarded. It seems like that's the state of where we at in this country now. Rochester, the woman who allegedly directed a racial slur towards a child on a viral TikTok video has raised more than $250,000 for herself and her 2 children, according to a campaign on Give, Send, Go. A crowdfunding campaign titled Help Me Protect My Family was created by the user Shiloh Hendrix on Thursday afternoon, May 1st. Hendrix claims her social security number, home address, phone number, and place where she works out have all been leaked to the public. The fundraising goal was set to $250,000. I am asking for your help to assist in protecting my family. I fear that we must relocate, the campaign said. I have 2 small children who do not deserve this. We have been threatened to the extreme by people online. Anything will help. We cannot and will not live in fear. The video depicted a man confronting a woman for calling a black child a racial slur. Though the original video was taken down, Michael McWhorter, known online as Tizzy ENT, reposted the video Wednesday, April 30th to his more than 9.5 million followers across TikTok, Instagram, X, and YouTube. In her campaign, Hendrix claimed that the child stole from her 18-month-old son's diaper bag at the Soldiers Field Park playground. I called the kid out for what he was, Hendrix wrote. As of Thursday night, the fundraiser has received more than 4,000 donations. The video has since received millions of views, with McWhorter's reposts receiving 8.2 million views. Local leaders in Rochester have also responded to the video. The Rochester branch of the NAACP called out the Rochester's Police Department and the Olmsted County Attorney's Office to investigate the incident and file necessary charges. Rochester Mayor Kim Norton urged Rochester residents to do all they can to end racism in the community. DFL state lawmakers representing Rochester issued a joint statement condemning the vile acts of racism and said they were grateful that the person taking the video stepped in. On the crowdfunding page, Hendrix alleges the individual who stepped in to film the video proceeded to follow her to her car and claims he has a criminal history. The Post Bulletin has not yet been able to identify the person who filmed the video. The TikTok account of the original poster has since been made private. According to the Minnesota Court Records Online, Hendrix was convicted of a misdemeanor DWI in 2014 and a petty misdemeanor charge of disorderly conduct in 2012. RPD is aware of the video and has received multiple calls related to it. RPD's Amanda Grayson previously told the Post Bulletin, The police department is actively looking into the matter. Well, we need more than that. It's a good article. We need more than actively looking into the matter, though. We need actual arrest judgment, and we need that page shut down. What say you in this situation? But before you say anything, we're going to go to Tizzy ENT's video and go through that and see what he exposed, which caused all of this to go viral the way it is. Okay, we got the Tizzy ENT video update in this situation here. So you can hear it come from Tizzy ENT himself on what transpired, what's going on, and what's
You call him the child? Did you call the child the word?
Well, I have some updates on this one that y'all probably aren't going to like. To recap quickly, you could follow that comment if you're on TikTok. Otherwise, this is from a video where a woman was spotted at a children's playground in Rochester, Minnesota. She was yelling the N-word at a 5-year-old little black boy who has autism because he took her child's toys. And she was physically pursuing him when this other father pulled out his phone and confronted her and recorded her, and she was proud to continue using that word. So I made this post, and a lot of people were outraged by it. But then it was found by another group of people. The alt-rights, the white...
And notice he's going to say who. Who exactly, sir?
A lot of people were outraged by it. But then it was found by another group of people. The alt-rights, the white nationalists, the groypers, they all saw this and immediately said, "Is this our queen?" And made her like a hero. Like she was some sort of legend to them. And then they decided to message me. I got lots and lots of fan mail. I like this one about going to cut off my hands. My hands will...
A woman protecting a child from a little black boy and then being recorded. You are extremely fat. Deuce of sports, you fat, lazy piece of shit. Hi, you see what it is. You like the docs. Brainwashed. You are a coward.
Most likely be holding a cordless hole puncher in them. So you might have to deal with that first, but good luck there, bud. Also, not all of them were terrible. I mean, thanks to this one, now I'm a wizard. But I digress. Meanwhile, the man who recorded the video got it worse. They found out who he was, started sending him threats. Then someone found an article from 2023 where he and another man were charged with an assault of a 16-year-old.
So pretty much they doxed the guy who was recording, not only threatened him like, everyone else, but went and found some PDF file alleged past history issues. Let's see how this turns out.
And they started going, oh, this guy's a registered sex offender who doesn't even have kids and was at the playground for what reason? So first of all, he does have kids. He was there with his children. Second of all, that case, if anyone had bothered to look, but why would they do that, was dismissed back in 2023. Court documents state the case was dismissed in the interest of justice. And generally speaking, a dismissal in the interest of justice allows a court to dismiss a procedurally proper, so it's not like police screwed up the investigation or was filed wrong, procedurally proper but unjust or unjustifiable cause of action.
So it means the charges were not legit. So those claims that this person is a drag, wrong.
In other words, yeah, we don't think these people did this thing. And he maintains that he absolutely did not. But here's the best part. It really doesn't matter. He's kind of irrelevant other than the fact that he's the one who recorded the video. He's not a part of it. It's not like he said, she said. He was just there and documented it. Now, a bunch of the messages I received were calling me out for doxing her, which is interesting because I didn't say her name anywhere. I didn't make a post with her name anywhere. I had it within like an hour and a half of posting 2 days ago. I passed it along so that the people who were involved, the parents of that child, could seek justice because she committed at the very least a misdemeanor and with the use of slurs, possibly an enhancement to a felony. I wasn't going to make a post with her name.
And that should have been Child endangerment, it should have been a hate crime, hate speech. It should have been multiple charges, but that doesn't exist when it comes to black folks. And I've always said that, and time after time I've proven that. And you've had people who be like, ooh, well, you come to the right with the grapers and the racists. Yeah, no thank you.
Name anywhere. I had it within like an hour and a half of posting 2 days ago. I passed it along so that the people who were involved, the parents of that child, could seek justice, because she committed at the very least a misdemeanor, and with the use of slurs, possibly an enhancement to a felony. I wasn't going to make a post about it. I wasn't going to dox her and put her information out there. She, however, doxed herself. That's where this picture comes from, which was posted as part of her Give, Send, Go fundraiser to help me protect my family.
Single baby mama freaking thirst trap photo with the tattoos. Just a straight weirdo. So it's a type of woman with single, a bunch of kids that nobody want. This is what your hero.
Where she acknowledges
a woman who feels okay with not only calling a 5-year-old the N-word, but about to actually do something to him. She was running up to him to attack him. She would have put hands on that little boy over it and had no problem doing it.
That she is the woman in the video.
Now, I'm not saying it's okay for little boys to be going into people's bags, but or for her to even have known that the child was autistic or any of that. None of that is no excuse. It's not okay to do that. But that situation does not warrant hate speech. You get what I'm saying? And that type of rhetoric should be protected in this country. It is not free speech to racially harass someone.
And in her description of why she needs the money, said that she called that kid out for what he was. Like zero remorse for using racial slurs against a child. Incidentally, this is because she's in fear for her life, because she's getting death threats and whatnot. This picture here, those children's faces blurred, I did that. Just like I blurred her child's face in the video. Because I wouldn't expose her children in the way that she clearly will while being afraid for her life. But
yeah, I mean, if you're so afraid for your life, let's just give the world visualizations of your children too, right? Just so much fear. Oh my God, they're threatening me.
She was asking for $100,000, and it picked up quickly because the little chodes on like Twitter started running with it. Let's all support her. She's a white supremacist like us. And as of today, she did at least fix that photo. But also, she's raised over $300,000. And she's upped the goal to $1 million. And the comments that people are leaving with their donations are about as disgusting as you would imagine they would be. The N-word, used a lot. As Jolly pointed out in this video, one guy gave $1,488 just so it could be a 1488. For those who don't know,
for his little Hitler little thing, like all of them.
That's a big dog whistle with the white supremacists. 14 being the 14 words we must secure for the white race, blah, blah, blah. And the 88, H is the 8th letter of the alphabet. HH as in Schmittler. She's made being a horrible racist who wanted to pursue and potentially assault a child lucrative, which is hard to wrap my head around. Now, if you don't like that, Give, Send, Go does allow you to report campaigns that you don't think should be up for the reasons you don't think they should be up. And you can certainly do that, but historically, they're
not going to do anything because he is going to protect his and then be like, well, you know, object of Give and Go is to help people who can't be helped, you know, who can't do this anywhere else, you know. Oh. But when it came to Carmelo Anthony, he had to sit down and do a whole interview about why it was okay for a black child to fundraise for legal defense funds. So when it comes to black and legal defense funds, he has to sit down and do a whole 1 hour interview about why that's okay. You get what I'm saying? But he ain't gonna have to sit down to it and explain to anybody why he let this racist woman fundraise $300,000 for calling a kid the N-word. That will never happen.
Be shitty about taking this kind of stuff down. So if you see all this and upsets you, there is something you can do, because the Rochester chapter of the NAACP has put up a GoFundMe. There is a link in my bio to that. I did confirm with them that this is legitimate. They are talking to the man who recorded the video as well as the family of that child. So if you want to help them fight back and pursue justice for this child,
They won't make $40K. That's the thing. Crazy. I hope they do. We're going to go take a look at that after this and see what we can do. See if we got a couple dollars.
who was targeted in the horrible way that he was, that's one way that you can do it. And listen, as bad as it is that all these white supremacists are supporting this woman, I've seen this before. We've seen this with like Lily Gadd when she did her whole little thing and had her 5 little minutes. In fact, she made videos promoting this woman because, you know, the clout chase is real. But they're going to forget about her in like 5 minutes, and then she's going to be back to being on her own. And she'll have a bunch of money, potentially, if her account and that campaign doesn't get taken down. But also, she has to walk down the streets of where she lives, and everybody know exactly who and what she is.
You call him
And that right there is priceless, and it never goes away. It's kind of like herpes, you know. You be chilling in there, boom, pop up, cold sore, gotcha. Incapacitated the next 2 weeks, you're not. Ha ha. Dang, that's crazy. But yeah, let me know what you think about this in the comments. Is this okay for someone to crowdfund, do all of that, make $1 million because they called the 5-year-old autistic kid the N-word? Is society cooked for the amount of cucks willing to come support this cause? Let me know, but make sure you hit that like, you hit that subscribe. We out, and like always, you know what it is. Deuces.